A long time ago, in the Bible times, there were lots of people, and some were good, and some were bad. But there was one person who was really good, and his name was Daniel, and he smiled a lot. Also, in the land, there was a king, and his name was Darius, and he was a good king. Daniel and King Darius were very good friends. Some people who didn't like Daniel and the king being friends, and they were baddies. So the bad people came to Darius and pretended that they were really creepy. And they said to him, "Darius, we've had an idea. You're so important, you're so special, that we think no one should ask for anything from anybody except you, because you're the only person who can do what they want." And Darius said, "Yes, I'll make a law." So Darius made a law. Anyone who does not ask me for things will be thrown to the lions. Daniel was praying, and he was asking God for lots of things, because he wanted God to do lots of good things. But he didn't know the bad people were spying on him, and they were looking around the corner at him praying. So the bad people came to see King Darius, and they were so excited. "Oh, king," they said, "we found somebody who's not doing as you say." And the king smiled. "I can throw someone to my lions now." And he said, "Who is it?" And they said, "It's Daniel." And then the king looked very sad, because Daniel was his friend. So the king had to send for his soldiers to come and take away Daniel from his house. And as Daniel was praying, he didn't know the soldiers were coming to take him away, just like Darius had asked. And they took him to the lion's den. And so Darius said to his friend Daniel, "I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to throw you to the lions. I hope God helps you." Darius's lions were very fierce and very hungry, and Daniel was going to be thrown into the middle. Soldiers threw Daniel into the lion's den. Night, Darius couldn't sleep. He turned over this way, and he turned over that way, and back again, but he still couldn't sleep. He scratched his leg, he scratched his nose, but he still couldn't sleep. He was so worried about his friend Daniel, and he couldn't wait till morning to see how Daniel was. And so Darius came back to the lion's den and looked in, and what did he see? Daniel was friends with the lions, and the lions were his friends too. The lions hadn't eaten him at all, and Darius was so happy, he jumped up and down. Yippee! And Darius got the bad men and said to his soldiers, "Throw them into the lion's den." And the lions ate them all up, every last little bit. And Daniel and Darius were friends, and they shook hands.